This is not a drunken party, but a disco, at an event under the patronage of leading politicians from the December 13th coalition. This is how young people celebrated at the Campus Poland of the Future event, organized by Warsaw Mayor Rafał Trzaskowski. This is how these lumpen elites are created, who are supposed to lead Poland in the future. Politicians, as can be seen among young people, try to arouse such animalistic emotions in their supporters, such atavistic reflexes towards their political opponents. The youths were spurred on by politicians from Donald Tusk's camp. The footage shows, among others, Minister of Sport and Tourism Sławomir Nitras and Minister of European Union Affairs Adam Szłapka. According to Salon 24, next to the politicians in a white t-shirt is Łukasz Mężyk, the creator and owner of the website 300 Polityka. The song text is full of profanity, hatred, and seems to encourage violence. The video evokes the thought of how political militias are schooled. And yet, a few hours before this event, the following words were spoken, word for word, from the mouth of a civic coalition politician. Hate is a political tool. It is generally a tool only to make money, to gain and keep power. It is generally a tool to gain power. Such pictures show nothing but a deep hypocrisy. But some civic coalition politicians pretend that nothing happened and that they saw nothing. Will you go to the campus event despite the hate? What hate? Well, this hate. Have you not seen the recordings of your colleagues listening to those famous 8 stars? Minister Nitras, Minister Szłapka. I have not seen them. Prime Minister Donald Tusk addressed the issue. Everyone can sing, some better, some a little worse. Sometimes you have to, otherwise you'll choke. This is a tacit permission for these ruthless attacks. And since the permission is there, Tusk's politicians are gaining power with the help of the youth, while fueling the machine of hatred against people with different views. It is sad that I saw some of my colleagues there, colleagues from the University of Warsaw, including Daria Brzezicka, who, after all, was the first to fight, as it was formulated in the accusations, inappropriate public activity in my case. However, it seems that the devil has dressed himself in a priest's robe and is ringing the bell at mass with his tail. Sławomir Nitras now tries to explain himself. This is a party, there are young people. It was a disco party at 11 p.m. I don't know what was played on the speakers because I wasn't listening to the speakers at the time. But when we heard it, we asked them not to do it, even though they owned the event, because it was a disco. It is not a panel that we organized, it is a disco. I regret that this happened, but I also understand the feelings. That is all. Regarding the hate party, Marcin Romanowski of Sovereign Poland filed a complaint with the police. Meanwhile, questions are being raised as to who is behind the financing of the hate mechanism encouraged by the current government. After all, one of the partners of Campus Poland of the Future is the German Konrad Adenauer Foundation. Under the current government, hate is flowing in streams. There are comic books on the market, with the character Liquidator, created by Ryszard Dąbrowski, and in them are drawings of Paweł Kukiz, Zbigniew Ziobro, and Jarosław Kaczyński burning at the stake. Recently, the author has been eagerly bragging about them on social media, for example, depicting the execution of Krzysztof Stanowski. Irrespective of the artistic aspect, this could be interpreted as incitement to commit a concrete crime. This is all part of the process of suppressing political opposition in Poland. All this is organized to destroy the opposition in Poland, to destroy law and justice, which is why for weeks we have been observing a spectacle aimed at putting pressure on the National Electoral Commission. The decision of the National Election Commission on the financial report of Law and Justice for the campaign in the last parliamentary elections is due on Thursday. The presidential election campaign is upon us, and as you can see, Civic Platform is not at all confident that it will win, so it is using the National Election Commission as an instrument to prevent Law and Justice from conducting a normal election campaign. Law and Justice is not laying down its arms. By delaying the decision on subsidies for Law and Justice, the officials of the National Election Commission are plunging Poland's largest opposition party into debt. We will consider various steps, as well as personal liability before the courts for members of the National Election Commission who work to the financial detriment of Law and Justice. In the hateful fight against the opposition, Donald Tusk's politicians are trying to involve young people. Daniel Śmieciński, Republika.